Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I want to share a story with you. It's a story about a young woman named Maya and her journey of chasing a dream. I hope her story will inspire you, just as it inspired me. Maya grew up in a small, quiet town, surrounded by rolling green hills and whispering forests. From a very young age, she had a special talent. She could draw. Not just simple sketches, but drawings that seemed to breathe with life. Her notebooks were filled with vibrant landscapes, detailed portraits of her family, and fantastical creatures from her imagination. Art was her world, her escape, and her greatest passion. Her dream was simple, yet it felt as big as the sky. She wanted to become a professional artist. She dreamed of having her own studio, a bright, airy space filled with the smell of paint and turpentine, where she could create beautiful things all day long. She imagined her artwork hanging in galleries, touching the hearts of people she had never met. It was a beautiful dream. But for a girl from a small town, it also felt very far away. As Maya got older, she continued to practice her art every single day. After finishing her schoolwork, she would spend hours with her pencils and brushes. She studied the works of the great masters, trying to understand their techniques. She experimented with different styles, from realistic portraits to abstract paintings, always pushing herself to learn and improve. Her bedroom walls were covered in her creations, a colorful testament to her dedication. However, not everyone understood her dream. Some of her friends and family, though they meant well, advised her to be more practical. Art is a wonderful hobby, Maya, they would say, but it's very difficult to make a living from it. Maybe you should think about a more stable career, like teaching or accounting. Their words were like small stones of doubt, and sometimes they made her question herself. Was her dream just a childish fantasy? Was she being foolish to pursue something so uncertain? There were moments when Maya felt discouraged. She would look at her paintings and see only the flaws. She would compare her work to famous artists and feel like she could never be as good. The path to her dream seemed steep and lonely, and the voices of doubt, both from others and from within, grew louder. It was during these difficult times that she almost decided to give up. She even started looking into other career paths, trying to convince herself that a more normal life would be just as fulfilling. But every time she tried to put away her art supplies, a deep sadness would wash over her. Life without creating felt empty and gray. She realized that her dream wasn't just a hobby, it was a part of who she was. It was the language her soul spoke. Giving up on art would be like giving up on a piece of herself. So Maya made a decision. She would not let fear or doubt stop her. She decided to believe in herself, even when it was hard. She started by taking a small step. She created an online portfolio to showcase her work. She spent weeks carefully selecting her best pieces, photographing them, and writing descriptions. It was scary to put her art out there for the world to see, but it was also exciting. At first, not much happened. A few friends and family members left nice comments, but that was it. The initial excitement faded, and doubt began to creep back in. But Maya remembered her promise to herself. She didn't give up. She started sharing her art on social media. She joined online art communities where she connected with other aspiring artists. They shared tips, gave each other feedback, and offered encouragement. For the first time, Maya felt like she wasn't alone on her journey. She found a community of people who understood her passion and supported her dream. One day, something amazing happened. A small local coffee shop saw her work online and contacted her. They loved her style and asked if she would be interested in displaying some of her paintings on their walls. Maya was overjoyed. It wasn't a big, famous gallery, but it was a real opportunity. It was a chance for people in her own community to see her art in person. She worked tirelessly to prepare for the exhibition. She carefully framed her best paintings and even created a few new ones specifically for the coffee shop. The day of the opening was nerve-wracking. She watched as people came in, ordered their coffee, and then stopped to look at her art. She saw them point, smile, and talk about her paintings. A woman came up to her and said, "Your painting of the forest reminds me of my childhood home. It's so beautiful, it brought tears to my eyes." That moment changed everything for Maya. Hearing how her art had emotionally connected with a stranger was more rewarding than any amount of money. It was then that she truly understood the power of art. It wasn't just about creating something beautiful, it was about sharing a feeling, a memory, a piece of your soul with someone else. Her small exhibition at the coffee shop was a success. She even sold a few paintings, which was a huge confidence boost. More importantly, it opened new doors. The owner of a local art gallery visited the coffee shop, saw her work, and invited her to participate in a group exhibition. This was a bigger step, a more professional setting. She felt a mix of excitement and fear, but she knew she had to take the chance. The gallery exhibition was a turning point in her career. Her unique style stood out, and her work received positive reviews from art critics. People began to recognize her name. She started receiving commissions, requests from people who wanted her to create custom paintings for them. It was a lot of hard work, but she loved every minute of it. She was finally making a living from her passion. A few years later, Maya achieved her ultimate dream. She opened her own studio. It was a beautiful, light-filled space, just as she had imagined. The smell of paint and fresh canvas filled the air. Her walls were adorned with her own art, a vibrant story of her journey. She also started teaching art classes, sharing her knowledge and passion with a new generation of aspiring artists. She wanted to give them the encouragement that she herself had needed so badly. Looking back, Maya realized that chasing her dream was not a straight line. It was a path filled with twists and turns, with moments of joy and moments of despair. There were times she wanted to quit, times she felt lost and alone, but what kept her going was her unwavering love for her art and the small, brave decisions she made to believe in herself. Maya's story teaches us a valuable lesson. Every dream, no matter how big or small, begins with a single step. It begins with the courage to believe in yourself, even when others don't. It requires patience, persistence, and the willingness to face your fears. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way, but every obstacle is an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. So, what is your dream? What is that one thing that makes your heart sing? Don't be afraid to chase it. Start small, just like Maya did. Take one small step today. Maybe it's signing up for a class, starting a project, or sharing your work with someone. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Remember that the journey is just as important as the destination. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. Maya found her happiness not just in achieving her dream, but in the process of chasing it. The hard work, the challenges, the connections she made, and the person she became along the way, that was the real prize. Thank you so much for listening to Maya's story today. I hope it has given you a little bit of inspiration to pursue your own dreams. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. We'd love to hear about your dreams in the comments below. Until next time, keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.